Hey everyone! So today I wanted to do a fun little tag, the mixed girl tag, and I thought it would be cool, and then I just thought it would be good for you guys just to get to know me a little bit better. So the first question is, what are you mixed with? So I'm simply just black and white. And then the next question is, what ethnicity have you been mistaken for? I don't think I've really been mistaken for anything else. I know one guy thought I was German, which was kind of weird, but I think it was because I told him that I was from Berlin, Germany, so they just automatically thought I was German or something. But that was it. And then most people usually just come up to me and ask, like, what am I mixed with? Like, they know I'm mixed with something, but they're not really sure, and they always usually come to ask me. Number 3, is your hair curly or straight? Well, it is curly, and I think that this is actually my first video with curly hair. I like go in and out of phases, like some days or some weeks like I'll just want to have my straight hair and I'll just straighten my hair a lot, and then sometimes I'll get in my phases where I just like love my curly hair and I just want to wear it curly. And so I think I'm getting back in that phase with my curly hair, so you might be seeing more videos with me with my curly hair. But sometimes I just don't like it. I don't know why, but it's naturally curly. And then let's see. Was coming from different backgrounds challenging growing up? I mean, no, not really. The only thing is I think that this might actually be a question on here. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's a question, so I won't get into that. I'll tell you guys in a minute. But so, the only thing that was challenging for me is I grew up in a really, really small town where the majority of people were literally all white. And I think that there is only one other girl that I went to school with who was mixed like me, black and white. So that was it. That was the only challenging part because I was almost like the only mixed girl at my school. So that was very, very challenging growing up. Okay, number 5. What background do you embrace more? I don't really think I embrace either or more. I embrace both of them. And so I don't know. I just like when, people come up and ask what I am, I don't just specifically say I'm white, or I don't just specifically say I'm black. I usually always say like I'm mixed with black and white. Okay, so number 6, have you ever been teased for being different? I haven't really been teased necessarily for being different, but I can tell you right now that growing up it was really hard. Like, I remember as a little girl, I always wanted to be, the little white girl with the blonde hair and blue eyes, because that was like the popular girl at our school, and that's like what all the boys loved and stuff. So growing up, like, that was hard for me to, I don't know. And then even growing up into high school, I remember my freshman year, all of my friends had dates and I didn't. And I was like, I wrote in my journal, I remember I found this and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm ridiculous. But I found it and it was like, oh, I hate going to this school. I wish I went to a school with more black people and all this stuff, because literally in my school I wasn't boys as types really, because I was different than what, I don't know if they were used to or whatever, but so I really, really hated it growing up in that small of a town where there was no diversity at all. It was all black people. So that was really hard. And I don't think I was ever teased. I do remember one time in 6th grade, like my friend Raquel, it was so funny. She's my best friend, and like anytime anyone would ever like say anything bad about me being black, or some people would call me the N-word, she would flip out. Like, she had my back all the time. I remember one time, like, we were sitting in the cafeteria and there was this little girl staring at me, and she was just sitting there staring at me like this. And so my friend Raquel was like, what, have you never seen a black person before? And it was so funny, but she always had my back. And like, I remember when we were in band, some guy I don't know why he got mad at me, but he called me the N-word, and she flipped out. Like, she was about to fight this boy. So that was really nice. I loved having her, because anytime any of that stuff would happen, like, she would seriously flip out. So it was really nice. Also, there was one other time when I remember when I was little, I think I was either in kindergarten or first grade, one of those two, and I had like, you know, like if you guys remember the little my size like Barbie dolls, so they were like taller and they were like your height almost. I had one of those and she was black and I loved her so much and I would take her everywhere with me. And so one day was like show and tell at school or something like that, and I brought her to school on the bus. And I remember like some little kid was like saying something like, you can't have that doll is an N-word, you know. He said something like around those lines, like calling the doll that, and like saying like I shouldn't have her because of that. And my sister had heard it, and so she got up and she started fighting this little boy. I think he was older than me, so he was like teasing me, and so she started fighting him. And the messed up thing about it, I remember, is that she got thrown off the bus. And I mean, yes, I know, you know, she shouldn't have, like, you know, I think she hit him or something. I'm not really sure, but whatever. And he did not get in trouble at all. And that was like how it worked at our school. And I remember even one time when I was in 8th grade, we had the news come to our school because we were the only school, like in whatever, in all these cities and towns or whatever, the only school open on Martin Luther King Day. So that, you know, that was how our school was. And so that was probably the only thing I've really ever been teased for. Okay, let me see where we're at. Okay, 7. Have you been ashamed of being multiracial? I mean, like I said before, when I was little, I always wished that I was, you know, the blonde hair, the blue-eyed white girl. And I don't necessarily think I was ashamed. It's just I thought I would fit in better in my town if I looked that way. But honestly now, I love being multiracial. I love being mixed. I just think you have the best of both worlds, which is the next question. Okay. Number 8, do you feel that being mixed has its benefits? I mean, I guess so. I think that it's so nice that you get to, you know, experience one culture and then you get to experience another that you both came from. Like, I came from 2 different cultures, literally, black and white. And so it's just nice that I get to, I guess, embrace and experience both of those cultures. Okay, number 9, what makes being multiracial a beautiful thing? I think it's just a beautiful thing that you came from 2 different backgrounds. I mean, it's just nice that, you know, like I said before, I get to experience both. Like, and they're just so different. Both cultures are so different if you know, trace back. And it's just really nice to be able to have, you know, those 2 different backgrounds. Number 10, any advice to someone who is struggling with their multiracial identity? Like for me, like I said, is I did struggle a little bit with it, you know, growing up in such a small town. But really, if you are multiracial and you were feeling any way that I was, or any different way of not, you know, being accepted, I know that some people don't think, you know, multiracial is, I guess, acceptable. Like 2 races shouldn't, you know, make another race. But honestly, I think it's a beautiful thing. I really think anyone who is struggling with this, you just need to embrace your multiracial, you know, ethnicity in both of them. And you just need to really, I mean, just know that you are beautiful in your own way, and that you're beautiful no matter what race that you are mixed with at all. So I just hope that, you know, I don't know if this video helps any of you guys, but honestly, I know that some people do struggle with it, but I honestly love being mixed now, and I just feel like anyone seriously who's having this problem, just really embrace it and just love yourself. Okay, so I think that was the last question it was, so I hope that you guys liked it. I thought it would be good for you guys just to get a little bit more information about me. And please, please, please subscribe and stay tuned for more of my videos. Thank you.